G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Bonsai Works. I'm David. Okay, so hopefully everyone's got a project tree in their collection. This is my long-term project tree that I've been working on. It's a huge juniper. It was a Juniper Squamata that I've had for quite some time, and about 5 years ago decided I need to get rid of the foliage of the Squamata and replace it with Shimpaku. Now, over the years, I've been approach grafting this Squamata. So you can see there's a couple of little pots here, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 grafts still on there. Trying to graft 3 more grafts. I've got 2 really successful ones. One's here and one's over here. Shimpaku foliage that have done really well. I'll show a close up in a minute. The parent tree's been the Shimpaku stock that was growing that has been cut off, and the tree's still growing, so it's really good news. The Squamata foliage is pretty much all up here at the moment, so I really don't want a tree all the foliage up here. So I've grafted Shimpaku right down here, so I can really come in and make a nice, closer, smaller tree in the future, enhancing all and showing off all this beautiful deadwood that was on the tree. So today's about, what I want to do today is actually clean up a lot of the tree. I want to clean up the trunk. It's all moss growing on it. I want to try and enhance it, try and maybe do even lime sulfur, clean up the deadwood, really start to give the process of this tree, starting to develop the process while these grafts are trying to come into place. I have to leave this foliage on still because I need it, because I've got 2 grafts going up the main trunk here. There's 2 grafts here. There's one in here and one here. That's one there and one there. And I've got a small graft coming in here, over here as well, right here. So you can see where kind of the tree's going. I've got a lot of branches. Now these are getting quite heavy, so I want to actually put some wire on them now to start to put them into place, to try to think of where I'm going to put them in the future and where they're going to sit. So it's important. Look how long they are. They're actually getting really big. I kind of didn't even look at it. I just let the tree recover and go on. So let me show you a few close-ups of the tree as I clean it up and work on it, and I'll show you what's been happening. All right, let me show you a close-up of the tree and how it's performing. So this is the deadwood feature, the deadwood trunk. There's a big trunk over here coming up. You sort of also see there's deadwood behind there. These are the 2 live veins that are on the tree. So one comes down here. This is the root. And then this one's here, and the root's behind it there. This piece's dead. So imagine when I've cleaned this all up, cleaned it really well, lime sulfured all this, and showing the live veins. It'll be pretty cool. Then following these live veins, I've got this new approach graft that's trying to be approach graft into here. The other one that succeeded is this one here. You can see how nice, that was where the parent tree was. You can see it's nicely grafted into there, pretty much fused really well, this one. And this is the foliage for it, pretty huge. I'll show you the other one at the back. So this foliage of Shimpaku follows down, and there it is grafted here. You see this was the parent tree, and it's been grafted onto this branch, and this branch is the one that will be removed in the future. That would be a gin anyway, maybe a small one, but there's the graft, nicely hugging in, nicely tight. It doesn't move in my hand, so that's good news. This is pretty good. That's been there a while. Look how thick it is. It's probably the size of this when I grafted it, so it's done really well. All right, let's have a look at the rest of the tree. It's going to be a bit hard to show you because this tree is so big. But I'm going to try and do a couple of things. There's this branch in here that I no longer require. It doesn't have graft on, and it's pretty flimsy. I think I was trying to use it at some time in the past to try and, let me see if I can get rid of it. So I'm taking off this branch. I think I tried to I did raffy it and try to bend it, but no good anymore. But now it's opened up this nice area for me, because now I want to kind of see if I can drop some of these branches, especially this one here, into this gap to try and create some sort of, bring the foliage down for the Shimpaku foliage. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be, but at least it's got a gap now to go into. This is the branch that nice tree, graft happened on that back. So just want to see how much I can Just going to eliminate some of this foliage. I'm not cutting it all totally off just yet. You probably could, but I'm always being very cautious here. I'm sure it can go, but I'm just thinking maybe I can use it as a gin. So that's the other thing. I could have it as a gin in there. So now I've got room for this branch to put it in. That's good. This branch, I need to kind of, I think I'm going to have to go. See, there's this beautiful bit of deadwood here, but it's kind of hidden. If I leave this branch in front, I'm going to have to be careful and try and put it. I reckon it needs to go behind this branch, because if I put this in front, it's going to block the gin. I want it to kind of enhance the gin somehow. So we'll see where I'm going to put that. Might have to be careful and try and move it around bit by bit, and hopefully get it all the way around. So that's my plan. There's two grafts. One's down here for the Shimpaku, and one other one's up here. So I'm trying to create two higher ones that I can bring down and make an apex and so on. So this has got an interesting back as well. The back's quite nice, but it's very flat. It's a flat. So the other side's got more interest, more detail, and more like curves and contrasts in the tree. But it's pretty massive, so it's getting stuck everywhere. Yeah. All right. Here's a project tree. So let's get some wire on these branches and try and put them in place. All right, so I've actually lime sulfured the deadwood, and you can probably see now a lot better. It's a real rough lime sulfuring, but you can see now the live vein clearly up the tree. You can see how it pokes clearly in there as one piece, and there's one there too. So it looks really good with the lime sulfur. The actual natural shari on that side's pretty good. Comes up to this big one over here. Now what I've done with the two, I'll just show you more sharis looking good. And that's pretty good too. Also did the back as well, but the main thing I want to show you is what I did with the two large Shimpaku grafts that were successful. I've actually, because they were all the way out here and very tall, I've actually wired them around, and now they're poking out. The lower one's poking in there, comes around and poking in there, because I want to get the foliage in around in this area in the future. And then the other one, the higher one, put it up there, and it's coming around into here, into this section up here. These are the grafts that haven't taken yet, and so is this one here hasn't taken yet. But this is a side branch. This is a side branch on that, so it's coming down into this area here eventually. But yeah, so I want to compact the tree, and that because I want the tree not to be up here in the future. I want it to be around in here, hopefully, with all the gins coming out everywhere and so on. So that's the main thing that I did. You probably just see that one underneath coming out to the back. But that will all come around eventually. But I had to start it now, otherwise it'd be too hard to bend and so on. But there you go, that's another project. That's my project tree that I've been working on for a number of years. And I think in the future it's going to be really nice trying to get it, as I said, trying to get maybe the foliage more around in this side of the tree rather than this side. I don't know. We'll work it out, but I want those gins to be exposed and the foliage in around here, in around this section. So it highlights all the gins. All right, guys, that's it for this video, and I hope your project trees are going well. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.